Howdy y'all, thanks for letting me participate via this video. Okay, so my social network project is on friendship and study networks at the school I work at, Cristo Rey Jesuit High School. Quick background, it's a private school in South Minneapolis, serving low-income families, about 77% Latino, 22% African American, and families are low income, and it's a Catholic school. And I was studying the 9th grade class. Okay, so my a quick little literature review from what I was doing. Just had a couple different articles or a couple different lenses that I'll get back to. One would be how school integration is related to friendship integration, and you can see here this little graph shows, interestingly, like with very not diverse schools, you have lower odds of having same race friends. That makes sense if basically they're just token students of color. As racial heterogeneity increases, as you become more diverse, the likelihood of having same-race friends also increases until you reach a point where it decreases again. That's just one background. Another background would be tracking how friendship networks affect how tracking in schools like advanced math, whatever it may be, affect friendship networks. Those are a couple different lenses that I could analyze the data from. So what I did, I just did a very simple survey. I asked all the 9th graders to list up to 5 close friends. They didn't need to list 5, and many students didn't. And then I also asked them to list up to 5 classmates with whom they commonly study. And I explained that could happen outside of class, that could happen outside of school. We have like a study hall where all the 9th graders are together. That could happen during that time. Or it might just be somebody that they study in class with a lot. I followed up interviews after looking at Gephi representation of that friendship network, and looked at or followed up with some interviews. Some results. Okay, so this was the first result of the Gephi network for friendship network, and the most interesting thing that I found was this little node of students in the upper left corner. The students in green are students who are not Hispanic, which 99% of the time means that they're black. The students who are red are Hispanic. And this just shows the general friendship network. Looking at a few different ways to analyze that data, here I looked at, or I'll start up with some eccentricity analysis, meaning how far away students are from the farthest member of that network. And I noticed that pot of students in the upper left, that pot of black students who, and looking at the information, I know that many of them are Muslim. They're all young women, and they're all black. That indicates that they're not too far away from any given other. They have connections to people in the broader network, and then those connections can quickly get them anywhere. Whereas there are students who are more who have a farther distance to the person farthest away from them. Another measure of centrality here, very closely knit community, and really by far the most closely knit network of students in the 9th grade at my school. Okay, so what does that mean for results? I did that Gephi map, and then that was when I wanted to interview those students to see kind of how they felt about the situation. Quick note, we had a diversity day at school where students and workshop leaders ran certain events. There was an event about being Muslim at school, and in that event and through our interviews, it became the students feel as though Cristo Rey is open and affirming of them, which is great. And it is important to have a cohort of people who share their experience, which indicates why there's that high closeness measured there. Okay, I also have done a lot of correlation analysis between students' GPAs and their measures of centrality, whether it be betweenness centrality, degree centrality, or I've done all measures of centrality, find the correlations. And I just have a few questions that I would like your reflections on to help with that. So, if time permits, please, I'd appreciate any comments back to that email there. I think that I have a really broad possibility, or a broad range of possibilities for this project, and I think that it should focus down. I think I'm most interested in exploring that pod of Black Muslim young women at my school, and how they find how they find space at a Catholic school here, and might it be worth just paring the scope down to that? I have a lot of possibility with the statistical analysis of GPAs and closeness centrality. That has been I could continue to go down there, but going back to the literature review, if I focused in this trend of school integration and friendship integration, then I would be curious in making a comment. I think it's valuable and important for those students to have a close-knit community, and it looks like they're separated when looking at this map here. But when I also look at the study friendship or the study partner networks, that's very integrated. So those students aren't disassociated from the community. They just have a very strong group of peers, as is measured here in the closeness centrality, who share their experience. So I mean, how might I focus the project? Might it be worth just paring it down to focus on the experiences of those students? If I do that, do you have suggestions for more articles for me to frame my literature review? And then I could base the analysis more heavily on the student interviews, and I could do ego networks for each of those students. Thanks for your help, and I hope to see all your presentations. Thanks.